Chris, what else you got?
I don't think so, buddy.
So this is a topic we it's already in Carrot Shop for you if you want to load that up. This is a topic we cover pretty routinely. I want to make sure we stay on top of the most recent toilet technology.
Yeah, we do like this, and people like when we cover this kind of thing because it's something that we all have to do throughout our lives is use the toilet. And this headline is, this sloped toilet is meant to increase workplace productivity.
That's some good news on that front.
Sloped toilets?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're looking at is the standard toilet, but the actual bowl where you would sit down, it is angled forward so you would slide off and or your balls and weenie would be wedged up against the front of the toilet seat if you got to sit down to do your business.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking more about somebody ending up on the floor in front of it, just covered in their own filth.
I think with these kind of new toilets, we're going to see an increase in penis injury.
Penile. Oh, we could go back to that list. Maybe that'll be a new one on the list for penis injury is trapped in front of toilet.
On the side, it's the button. It's the ejection seat. Force you back out to work.
I see. Well, remember, we
sit
covered,
down and there's a timer.
Well, yeah, the Chinese have toilet timers. We covered that story a few years ago where in China, in some places, they force you to clock into the toilet, and I think they give you a very small range to do your business. I couldn't live in China's work situation. I just wouldn't go to the bathroom there because I need to take my time.
2 minutes, you hurry up. Shit now.
I need at least an hour to do my business.
2? At least an hour.
Maybe 4?
Is it too much to ask you to have 2 uninterrupted 80-minute toilet breaks during the workday?
I need to get comfortable. I got to do Angry Birds and do all my Marvel Strike Force mobile game stuff. Well, the slanty toilet has a radical new design. Does it keep you healthy and reduce disease, as the manufacturer claims, or is it simply annoying? I think it's just simply annoying because everyone knows, like the squatty potty, that's the best piece of toilet technology that has come out within I would say, the past 20 years, where the squatty potty raises your feet up off the ground to basically put you in a squat position.
Which like a stool?
It's a stool you put in front of your toilet, so when you sit down, it raises your legs up. So
it's like the way that Chinese and Indonesians poop is like a hole in the ground.
Correct.
That's
just
better.
shit in a hole. So I'm looking at this. The squatty potty is a stool. Why didn't they call it the stool? The hell?
I'm very concerned about this piece of technology, but the engineers behind the Slanty, a British-produced toilet, offers an innovative angle on toilet design. The internal parts function like a standard toilet, but the seat's profile is far from standard. Rather than the traditional horizontal toilet seat, the Slanty tilts downward at an angle, changing the user's body position. Depending on who you ask, this is a sanitary upgrade or a degrading piece of corporate micromanaging. Let's take a look at how the Slanty, because if you're probably going to be working your legs more. You're going to be working probably your calf muscles in order to get that angle you need to do your business. I'm imagining that you're going to have a lot of guys with like pretty healthy legs. Like they're basically doing like squats, like wall sits the entire time.
They should put really highly polished floors in front of this, so as you push with your feet, they start to slip.
Slipping and sliding, yeah.
People are flushing toilets 10 times, 15 times.
The Slanty toilet came to be after designer Mahabir Gill found himself waiting in line for a public restroom at in the United Kingdom. As Gill told the BBC in 2019, I stopped off at a motorway to go to the loo and realized that there's a huge queue for the loo. I wondered what
loo queue
people were doing in there. Some were coming out with their mobile phones. So because he's selfish and couldn't let dudes do what they got to do in there, he invented a whole new toilet just for him. Here's the thing. Businesses are not going to want to buy a new toilet. They're going to. It's an unneeded expense at this point in a lot of businesses. It's probably not in their bottom line. Maybe if they're building a new business, like a building for a business. That's possible, but I don't know. I don't think so.
You raise a good point. Most businesses do not even purchase the toilets and fixtures and all that. I mean, that's part of the lease of the building that they're in. So if they're building a new structure, they may specify this type of toilet, but how often does a company build a new building? Every couple of years at most, unless you're Amazon. But
it says for most users, the slanty toilet will become uncomfortable after about 5 minutes, but that depends on several factors, including users' leg strength. And some people simply can't use slanted toilets at all, like kids, seniors, or anyone with mobility issues. So this is like going against like probably a lot of like civil rights legislation for ease of access to toilets.
Why can't seniors use them?
They don't got the leg strength.
Well, they make special chairs for seniors that like kind of tip you off to get you to stand up faster. So wouldn't it be the same thing?
I don't know.
There is no bathroom.
Don't just hold it. There is no bathroom.
Just Schwarzenegger standing in an empty room.
There's only productivity. That's the next
Why are
line.
you not working?
This isn't the first toilet to be made at an angle, or even the first from the UK. The Stoke-on-Trent-based manufacturer, Twofolds, holds a 1911 patent on the Natera toilet, which made forward and backward. Natura?
Like Natura.
Made in a forward and backward sloping model. Okay, so
what would be the point of a backward sloping? That would keep you tipped
They want to
back.
keep you. They want to keep locked in.
You're not pooping long enough, Mike. Oh, I found a photo of it. Here, I'll put this up.
Yeah.
So look at this weird ass thing. No
I
pun
want to
intended.
see the Natura. Wow. So it slopes back. So it keeps you locked in place.
Keep you firmly positioned.
I'm going to take a shit.
I'll be there for a while.
Well, you have to yell out for the boss. You're stuck again.
Where's Tim?
Tim's in the bathroom.
He's stuck on that Natura toilet again.
This is interesting toilet technology. I think the same thing can be done. Like if you're concerned about productivity, timers. Like the Chinese have figured this out. Toilet timers, and then severe electroshock if you don't get off that toilet in time. Just electrify the toilet seat if you want people to get off that thing.
No doors on stalls, just holes in the ground, and a guy standing in there with a bullhorn.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Just like Amazon does it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to see what else you got, Gretchen.
It's bullshit.
All right, so I got this story. I did mention it earlier on the previous show. Kind of just thinking about Joe again, because this is Austin is going to address their walking and biking trails, because apparently the old ones are racist. So we have that one to think about. Man. We have a trucker who gets 24 tickets in 24 hours.
24 tickets in 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We have the police called out to investigate the sound of somebody pounding their pork.
Oh, really?
Thailand has a Hershey's chocolate burger.
This headline says it all.
Not sure about that. Another follow-up story. We talked about the high price of the Disney crazy Star Wars hotel. Well, now they're cutting like 30% off of it, and people are pissed at what they're paying.
Oh, wow.
Look at this headline.
I'd like to do a follow-up on the Disney right. cruise, because, I mean, yeah.
Disney hotel? All right.
Yeah, Disney hotel. It
was the one that was like, it was like $5,000 for a family of four, and you have to stay there for, it was like a 4-day stay. It was like a minimum amount of days.
Yeah, and they demand you like come in character, and they have crappy food, and you sleep in bunk beds, if I remember correctly. Like the accommodations, it wasn't luxurious. You're basically staying in the same accommodations as your average clone trooper, which is like a bunk bed.
That is one of the specific things called out by people, is that for as much as they're paying, and while it's an experience hotel, for as much as they're paying, the accommodations themselves are nowhere near worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I would be pretty turned off by that too. But here we go. Disney chops price at $5,000 a night. Star Wars hotel panned by guests.
That's some good news on that front.
Yeah, because this is not an attainable goal for your average middle class family, even well-to-do family. It's like $5,000 when it comes to like what you're going to spend your vacation money on. Going and sleeping in bunk beds at some park where you can't leave is not tops on the list. So it goes on to say the Force is definitely not with them. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just so tired of all these Star Wars.
Disney slashed prices at its widely criticized, ultra-expensive Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser hotel, where some rooms have been derided as a windowless bunker, built as an immersive experience. Well, a jail's an immersive experience, too. There's like a lot of immersive experiences in this jail. I mean, okay, well, built as an immersive experience where guests can interact with the characters from the Star Wars franchise. The 100-room hotel requires guests to book a minimum of 2 nights, priced at about $5,000 per couple, and closer to $6,000 for a family of 4. The cost of the tricked-out suite jumps to $20,000. So if you want the really nice accommodations, $20,000.
Yeah, you want blankets on your bunk bed? You pay up.
I tell you what, I'll give you $14,000.
And so, but early on, guests complained about the out-of-this-galaxy price room rates, food costs, and Star Wars-themed extras like private portrait sessions with photographers. So wait a second. With the $6,000 you pay for your family, food is not included? There's not even like a cantina buffet?
I think some food is included, but not all. That's another one of the complaints.
Not even like Jabba the Hutt's buffet, where they have like, themed things from Jabba the Hutt, like a vat of eyeballs,
Nothing but frogs in jars.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Stuff that's Star Wars themed, Anger bubbled up before the hotel opened last March over a promotional video, which was eventually scrubbed from Twitter and YouTube. Fans slammed the lodging as subpar and too expensive, with some referring to the hotel as a windowless bunker and a suburban junior high school built in the mid-'70s. Not far off. The lightsaber training looks about exciting as a roadside sobriety test, one Disney watcher commented. And then there's a picture of a guy in his bunk. He's on the top bunk, and these look like small bunks. Like, I'm 6'2". I would not be able to comfortably sleep in that
You
bunk.
sleep here, Dad.
Yeah.
You sleep.
Yeah.
You've taken your first step into a larger world.
Well, not inside this immersive bunker environment.
A smaller bed. That's right.
Yeah. And he's on his phone. There's nothing exciting going on in this room. I mean, it looks cool. Like if it was like the set of a movie, but not someplace that you want to spend your vacation.
For $6,000.
The window was like outdoors of like being in a Star Wars city with like shit flying around and everything.
Well, so that
might
actually,
help.
Joe, that is the windows. Is they have you're supposed to be like so the idea is you're on a space cruiser. So out the window is space flying by, like all the background shit in Star Trek.
Yeah.
But I think people get a little claustrophobic, and I don't think they thought about that. That hey, if I'm looking at a looping video of fake space flying by, that's not very interesting.
That's your uncle talking.
Well, my uncle knows what's up. My uncle knows how to get a good bang for his buck.
On his deathbed, my uncle said, "Never stay at a fake space hotel."
The price to stay also does not include alcohol. Oh my God! How are you going to make this stay tolerable when these kids are running around?
The one thing I need to make this vacation work, I don't have it.
The only thing you get is blue milk.
I need regalia and rot gut, whatever the stuff that Obi-Wan was drinking in the desert. But so price of alcohol was not included, which runs around $13 for a beer, $11 and up for wine, and $23 for specialty drinks. And none of that is like included. And none of the extra Star Wars themed extras are included at all. For instance, it costs $99 minimum to hire a photographer for a portrait. If you want to sit at the head of the captain's table in the Star Cruiser's crown of Corellia in that dining room, you'll need to cough up an extra $30. Holy crap.
Good.
My God.
You're going to single-handedly fund the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do with this. In order to entice guests, the The Mouse House is now offering up to $700 on a 2-night stay. Oh wow, that's quite a slashing of prices. Instead of $6,000 or $4,000 per couple, it's $700 for a 2-night stay.
So be it.
According to the company's website. Last November, Disney announced that discounts for up to 30% were being made available to the Disney Vacation Club members. But now non-Vacation Club members can access the discount, a rarity at the House of Mouse, meaning that no one is staying there. They're bleeding money, and they need people in there just to break even.
I have foreseen it.
By the way, I put up this photo of apparently part of the hotel. To talk about, here's your suburban junior high. Here's a awesome Star Wars stairwell with some creepy dude in it,
and it looks like Chewbacca. Maybe.
Look at that greasy lawyer.
It could be a Chewbacca lawyer. It could be a Wookiee lawyer, possibly.
Look at that sack of filth.
But if this is the experience, and you can see to the right there's actually the lens of a camera. So somebody, I think, was shooting this as a promotional photo. If this is as dressed up as the whole place got, and I paid $6,000 for the family to go there, including not including airfare and all that stuff, I'd be pissed.
This is awful. Like, it does. It looks like a stairwell leading to a gymnasium at a high school, and everyone's kind of like in crappy costumes. Like, I don't know who these people are. Like, it's great.
These are Luke Skywalker's chums.
These are all Luke Skywalker's chums. That's right. Oh boy,
that's another reference to Star Wars.
Yeah, it is. I'd be incredibly disappointed. I'm sure there's like a lot of Star Wars fans out there that were really excited about this, but they really should have tempered their excitement after the Disney Star Wars movies, because while they look good, they just weren't executed very well. The care to the world and the characters was just not there. Why would you expect that care and precision to be throughout this entire Star Cruise line? It doesn't make any sense. This is a money grab, and they shot themselves in the foot. They're going to have to spend more money to try to fix it and reduce the price for your average person. They got to get they need people like me to go there. Someone who likes Star Wars, but not at that rate. I like it at a much cheaper rate. So,
I'm also, the whole point here is like the idea is this is completely immersive, that you spend time in there. You're involved in the Star Wars universe, and yet then they're asking for money for things, which takes you out immediately.
The biggest discount is $350 per night. Why don't they just Airbnb the entire thing? Put it on Airbnb and let people just go to and from. That's it. Or they could just shut the whole thing down. Why not?
Evacuate? In our moment of triumph?
It's not you're not triumphing yet, buddy. So $350 per night is for packaging of a Star Cruise stay with additional nights at Disney World's Beach Club. Oh, wow. Okay. So they're trying to package it with other accommodations already in the Disney portfolio. All right. The offer is valid if you guys want to go between February 5th and September 30th, although there are some blacked out dates. So, you got to most of the summer and spring, if you guys want to go down to this Star Cruise. It'd be great to have an OBDM meetup down there and just totally wreck the place. Come on, let's do it.
Who's paying for it? No,
let's do it.
I'm going to a Red Roof Inn.
Joe will be across the street at the Red Roof Inn.
All right.
Staying at the Days Inn, they got free breakfast.
Yeah. Hotels are supposed to be drawers.
Pretty much. You're right.
So you could go out and enjoy yourself, unless the hotel is banging. This sounds like it's not a banging hotel. Sounds like there'd be at most a bunch of rich people with their asshole kids.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
That's right.
I probably
hit up the Westin or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
The Omni.
We can go to Roy Rogers. They still have the Roy Rogers Inn.
Are you thinking of Howard Johnson's?
Howard Johnson's, yes. Howard Johnson's.
Don't think those exist anymore. Hojo.
Okay.
Those were when I was a kid.
They got closed down, I guess.
They got bought by Disney, and now they're part of Star Wars. Howard Johnson's Star Wars Hotel.
I heard. Rumor is on the street. So they're releasing Indiana Jones Part 5 this summer.
Oh,
And they test screened it.
So tired of these Indiana Jones
did
films.
not go over well, so they're doing
Wait.
all new reshoots.
After the last one, which did not go over well, they're like, oh, I got a better idea. Let's do it again. Shit.
Yeah. And it did not go well because they were trying to include a new female character who's taking over for Indiana Jones.
Howard.
And they're reshooting like everything because this is like, they can't have another failure. They have to have a successful Disney Lucasfilm movie. And so they're just reshooting it. They're going to spend like another $50 to $100 million to try to make it good, make it what the fans want.
Didn't they try that in the last one? They tried to introduce Indiana Jones as like his illegitimate kid or something.
Yeah, that was Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
I think
with the implication that he would then take over the series, and you'd have a lot of Shia LaBeouf Indiana Jones movies.
I could take that. I like Shia LaBeouf, but he's not acting anymore. So they had to find someplace else. And the head of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, wants more women in Star Wars and everything she does. So she was trying to pass the torch to a woman version of Indiana Jones.
What's this new one called? Indiana Jones and the Howard Johnsons of
Indiana Jones and
the Dial of Destiny. Oh God,
I don't think so, buddy.
Well, that would be a better title. Indiana Jones and the I Don't Think So, Buddy.
Yeah.
Dial of Destiny. I'd not even heard about this.
He fights Hitler at the end again. He does.
Train.
Twist his dick!
He twists Hitler's dick right off.
Twist his dick!
It's a very controversial scene. That's what they have to
the
reshoot.
Old dick twist.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Indiana Jones is going around the entire movie twisting people's dick because he's old and senile. They take him out of the old folks' home, and they didn't realize, like, oh, he touches people because he's old and senile. He just goes around twisting people's penises. It's a very weird subplot for the movie.
That's just his excuse.
I felt dirty even looking at it.
All right, I think we got to get out of here.
Wait, did they already? So they've already filmed this? I'd never heard of this movie.
Yeah, it's filmed.
Oh, began shooting in June 2021. Okay, so they've been done for a year. Yeah, they must have really fucked up.
Yeah, I think they really fucked it up.
Give us an email at ourbigdumbmouth@gmail.com. Check out obdmpod.com for all the social media and donation links.